Hi, me again. It has taken me a long while to decide to finally do another video. Been away on holiday, had a fabulous time. Stayed off of social media as much as I could until the last day. Just sort of photo dumped on my Instagram. Same name as this, ADHD, chronic illness, and me. And yeah, it's been fun. We've had a great time. Me, kids, and husband. Now, been back almost a week, in fact, and I'm finally now getting around to do some more maths work. And oh boy, so hard. Earlier on my reels, I posted this. Hi, can someone please tell me what the hell is standard form and what is the bloody point in it? Why can't we just have 10,000 plus 10,000? Not 10 to the power of 3 plus 10 to the power of 3 or whatever. Power of 4. I don't know. I don't understand. What the hell is standard form? I won't go into it any further. You know, that works there. So, but some of it I don't remember having to do that at school. Granted, it was 35 years ago, very nearly, that I left school at the age of 16 with a D for my maths, which wasn't bad, but it's no good now. I need a C or above. So I'm working on my maths, but I'm really struggling, and I'm really scared that actually I won't be able to do that, and therefore I won't be able to go on to be a teacher if I don't get my maths, and therefore can't even go on to do my high level teaching assistant papers. I've got my degree. I got a 2.2, yeah, or a 2.2. Really chuffed, considering how ill I've been over the last 3 years. I started it just before COVID hit, and for 2020 I did okay. That was my first year, and obviously that doesn't really count, but I did alright. Kept it up with full-time working and you know, wifing and parenting, and then I was doing okay until December 2020, and then I got COVID. And then the rest of all of 2021, I was barely in work. I was ill in bed. I managed to do my work whilst I was ill in bed. And then this year, since September, I've been at work full time, and then had to work properly full time doing my dissertation as well, and obviously parenting and wifing and adulting, and having ADHD, chronic illness. Really took its toll on me. In hindsight, I probably should have done it over 6 years, done it part-time, but I wanted to get it done, so I did a full-time online degree. And trust me, I've never done a degree on campus before, but I can tell from the people that I've spoken to that this was just as involved as being on campus, the online version. So my Bachelor Arts Honours degree 2.2 is just as good as anybody else's honours degree. I knew I wouldn't get a first just because I had to do extra work, and obviously I was working, etc. I didn't have time to study to get a first. I was upset with myself, not anybody else, for getting a 2.2. Basically because I had some work in my second year that was, or in my second year, sorry, that was brilliant, that got really good high scores I was chuffed with. In my third year I also got some great feedback saying that my writing was good enough for a 2.1, but obviously only in that particular module, so obviously the other ones let me down a bit. However, a 2.2, however I managed to scrape it, or if I was close to a 2.1, I don't care, I did it. I've got a degree. Me. little miss staring out the window all the time, not really listening to the lessons unless you were really enjoying the lesson, like biology, French, sports. I know, look at me now. But yeah, those were the lessons I enjoyed. Anything I didn't enjoy when I was a kid, I was always spacey. At the time, I wasn't diagnosed as ADHD. It was diagnosed as defiant, space cadet, that sort of thing. 70s and 80s was, unfortunately, a lot of it, too chatty, that sort of thing. I was just basically masking, covering up the fact that I had no clue or no desire or both in that particular lesson. However, finally got my head together and here I am. But, like I say, I've got a degree. That's amazing. I still can't do even a higher, I know it's still hard, a higher level teaching assistant role, a level 2 or level 3. I can't do a level 3 despite just passing 4, 5 and 6. I cannot do a level 3 high level teaching assistant course until I have a C in maths and English. Now, of course, part of me understands that. Quite a lot of me understands that, because obviously I need to have a working knowledge and a decent working knowledge to be able to teach children. So yeah, fair play in a way, but in another way I've just surpassed that brain capacity knowledge wise, and it, not that any degree is particularly easy, and usually, if you're going to do a degree, you do it in the field that you want to work in, so you would have some sort of knowledge that has at least brought you to the idea that you want to learn more about it. So any degree is not difficult, it's not easy, but special education is quite, because it's not blanket education, although I would imagine myself blanket education actually harder because you've got to touch on everything. Special education, obviously, it touches on standard education, it touches on special education in the mainstream, and it touches on special education in a special education setting. So yes, it's very involved, but I can't imagine it being any harder than doing what sounds like one thing, like education. I reckon education would have been harder to do. Anyway, oh my gosh, look at that. Sorry about that. So anyway, I've got a degree. I still can't be a teacher because I don't have a maths and English. I'm worried about my maths, so not sure that I'm going to get it. If I don't get it, I'm actually thinking of doing a part-time master's in special education, which I can then use, not necessarily as a teacher, but I can go on and use it as a specialist thing. So I could then specialise in speech and language perhaps, and go on and do something to do with that, or specialise in autism in general. So yeah, I don't know. I will eventually still get my maths and English, but it's just cost me 150 quid each to book the exams for them both. So I'm not in a position to be able to immediately reapply to do them, because that's a lot of money. I'm worried. Anyway, I don't really know what this was about. It was just to say hi, reconnect. I'm working on getting a proper setup. I'm at least not holding my phone in my hand now, so I can go and I'm fidgety. Sorry, that's the ADHD. I can never sit still, but at least my hand's not wobbling about as well now. I think that's it really. So hi, yay, I got a 2-2. Have no clue what standard form is, and I'm really struggling, but it's getting on for dinner time, so I better go and cook the boys something to eat, and I will speak to you soon, and hopefully my foray into the maths world is better. I was hoping to have an update tomorrow on whether I need to see the spinal surgeon, or orthopaedic surgeon, but actually I've just got my MRI again tomorrow. It's been a year, I think, since I had my last upstate one that told me I have spondylolisthesis. Tomorrow is a recheck to see if it's moved any further, which it feels to me like it has. Certainly hurts more. Yeah, I can't stand on my feet much longer, or a little less now than I ever could. Walking is harder. So anyway, there'll be a chronic illness update at some point. So this was basically just a mental thing. I needed to chat, and here you are. Thank you so much. So yeah, I passed with degree. I'm well happy. More to come on that, and whether I get through my maths. Probably more ranting about the maths. But anyway, I hope everyone's well. Take care, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.